Lead generation is the most important part of your business. We're about to discuss some of the tips, tricks, and strategies that have gotten me more leads than anything else. Before we start though, how was lunch, everybody?
Great.
Good. Here's my fortune. It is do it now. Today will be yesterday, tomorrow. It's a little confusing, but I think what they're trying to say is successful people take action now. So that's a good one. That's a good one. So that said, lead generation. You have gone through mindset. This morning we talked about abundance, the mindset, the goals, clarity, strategies, locations. We talked a little bit about the mastermind, the value of working together, having teams. I had an opportunity to sell something. Thank you for allowing me to create a product that is valuable and listening to the things that I've created. Now I get to teach you on lead generation. The path, the whole point is to get to this point, right? You cannot raise capital without a deal. You can get people interested in a deal. You can get people interested in giving you money, but you can't actually take money without something to put it into. This makes sense? Yeah. So get the deal said that. Ironically, I have to teach get the deal first. I'm sorry, not get the deal. Let me go back. Get the money said that. I said if you want to get more money, you need to get the deal. The irony, the sweet, bitter irony of get the money is that I have to teach it first. Because everybody thinks you need the money to invest in real estate. So I teach get the money first, when in reality, it should be taught last. And money is not your issue. The deal is the issue, right? So
you don't see that until after though.
But you don't see it until after I teach you how to get the money. It's supreme irony.
Yeah.
Yes, it's a mindset. So before we get going into this, how was lunch? What were the big takeaways? You guys networked, ahas. What did you guys get from lunch with each other? Volunteers, what do you got?
Order food in advance? No.
Order food in advance. Very good, Mario. Yes. What else? Who went to lunch with somebody else? Who had good conversations? Excellent. What did you guys talk about?
Real estate.
Real estate? In what capacity? Who'd you go to lunch with?
Oh, me and Larry.
Me and Larry. What are the names, guys? Come on.
I know.
Build relationships.
More Larry and Chris.
Emily, Larry, Sharice, come on.
Yes.
What are those badges at? The badges make it easier, right?
Yes.
Thank you, Mel.
So Emily and Larry, yeah.
So you guys talk about real estate. Deals you're doing, locations, you know where each other invest. Yes?
So if we can JV or not.
JV, wholesale, yes. I like it. Very good. Dan, who'd you go to lunch with?
Oh, myself.
Yourself?
Yeah.
I didn't give you that warning. I'm sorry. This is my fault.
No.
Okay. Next time. Tomorrow there'll be another lunch. Tonight there'll be a networking event. Do your best to be with other people because other people have all your money, right? Believe it or not, we're not making money. We're just taking it from somebody else. We're just providing a valued service that they're looking to trade money for, and then they're going to go do the same thing beyond, right? People have all the money in this room, right? All the money is right here. You just have the right conversation with the right person. Be looking for the right thing that they've got the service for. That make sense? So Dan, my fault. I let you down. I'm sorry about it. It won't happen again. I promise. I got you. So anytime there's a break, please network. Please see each other. Spend some time. Seek out everyone. Everyone in this room is an opportunity. You don't know who has what until you've communicated with them. One thing I've discovered is just because somebody looks a certain way doesn't mean that they don't do deals in your city. Just because somebody isn't talking about the thing that you need at the moment doesn't mean that they don't have something else that you need. The connection is extremely valuable. Building the relationship, especially like-minded individuals, extremely, extremely valuable. That said, lead gen's tight. All right. Ishmael, what's up, brother? Good to see you, Nicole. So, lead gen. There are a dozen different ways to lead gen, but these are the ones that work. You're going to want to write this list down, and I'm going to go pretty quick. So if you need me to start over, just raise your hand, say something. Mailers are the most effective but most costly form of lead gen. They work quickly. They are also the most expensive. Mailers cost about 50 cents a mailer, and your return on investment, you'll see a callback every 50 mailers you send. You'll see an appointment every 10 mailers you send. Every 10 mailers, you get a phone call back. So it's extremely expensive to get the return on investment. You spend $1,000, you're looking at maybe 10 appointments. that make sense? Excellent. Cold calling. Cold calling is one of the cheapest forms of marketing. It is free. As long as your cell phone bill is paid for, then you're operating for free. If you're using a dialer, which I strongly suggest, a dialer is something like Mojo dialer, which will dial for you, and you just pick up the phone, run it. You don't have to pick up the phone, you just put it on, you just run it. You can dial 100 people in an hour. Whereas normal dialing, if you get through 20, I'd be shocked, because it's just a mental barrier of running through that many phone calls. But Mojo allows you to do it for a very minimal price of $150 a month. If you're on my wholesaling team, you get it for free. Unless you want your own number like the McMurrays, then you pay the $10 that it costs me to have an extra subscription. So typically, I just pay the $150, what is it?
It's not an additional phone number, it's just an account. It's $10.
Different account, yeah, that's what I meant. Yeah, $10. Anyway, for being on our team, we give you the $10, it's just a $10 charge.
It's your number no matter what when you put it in there.
Whatever number you put in is your number. Yes, I get your technicalities.
Okay.
Very. The two of you
To
stop it.
clarify.
Thank you guys.
That was just confusing.
So you get the account, but you can plug into, you upload lists and you're dialing lists. I use my Google Contacts. I have 2,700 people on my phone, so I just upload a list like that, and those are real relationships, real contacts. For you, in the beginning, until you've met those people, you're going to be uploading cold call lists in your city, in your demographics. We're going to talk about building lists in a little bit. Networking. Networking is key for people who are influencers' eyes. People who love people do great lead gen at networking events. People who are more reserved do not do great lead gen at networking events. But it is an option. We're going to talk a little bit tomorrow about DISC. We're going to discuss it more. I'll get to it later. We'll discuss DISC, which is the personalities that are best at marketing, best at receiving, working, however you communicate with people. DISC is a way you show up, right? So your marketing strategies, some of these won't work for you based on your DISC. We could put you could put a C, who's a very cautious, reserved person, doing network marketing, but here's what networking with people. But here's what's going to happen: they'll get into the room, talk to nobody, leave, and get disgusted with the business. Right, Marcia? Look at, turn around, look at Marcia.
I've come a long way.
Yes. You have come a long way, Marcia. Networking would not be the ideal form of marketing for her. On the other hand, mailers would be great. Emails, phenomenal. Texting, forward, of course, but you'd rather email or mailer, correct? Even better would be a website that ran it all for you. Just drop an ad out every so often. Yes? Networking, phenomenal for the eyes. They love the interaction. Email marketing, MailChimp, something along those lines. They're free until you get a big enough list. If your list is bigger than 1,000, you're not really hitting your people enough. You don't have a deep enough list. Your list should be around 200 people. Anything over 200, you just haven't dialed it down enough. It's hard to have that many relationships. Does that make sense? My investment group, my investment database is 400 people. I have a hard time keeping up, but I have a hard time letting go. Who's received a text from me before? It's a personal text, guys. I may blast that first one out, but then every text after that, I am communicating with you. You've experienced that? She's nodding her head, yeah. I love it. Ron knows if I send out a text, I'm there for 8 hours. I may be there for 12 hours. Fortunately, where there is could be the cigar shop. It doesn't matter where I am, I can still respond to you guys, right? But 400 is a lot of work. It really is. It's a full-time job. All right, it's a fun job, but it's still a job. So understand that 200 is probably the sweet spot. 200 is easy to build those relationships. It's easy to remember who you're talking to. It's easy to know where their house is, what it looks like, what the conversation's been. So your network of people, your list shouldn't be bigger than 200, unless you've got other people working your list for you, in which case 200 is probably the cap for them as well. Social media marketing. I am a huge proponent of social media marketing. The way to do it is very easy if you're an I again. The networking, the social media marketing, it works really well for influencers. They love that attention. It's an easy product for them to put out. The sphere, like people who you know, like building a relationship and asking people for referrals, That's fear networking is a very powerful source for S's. People who already, like, it takes a long time for you to build a relationship with people. So if you're an S, like Marsha shaking her head, yes. Then, and yes, you know who you are. It's a lot easier for you to just call people you already know. I's also do well with sphere. It's very easy to reach out to people you already trust, like you. Perfect, simple. Wholesaling teams. I like teams. I love wholesalers. Just wholesalers in general. That's how I network. Hey guys, I'm looking for this deal in the city. I'm looking for deals in Fall River, 3 families. They will go and hunt for you. The idea is find the wholesalers either on Facebook. There's tons of wholesaler groups on Facebook. Just put out what you're looking for. Or go to networking events. Or as you're driving around the city and you see those We Buy Houses signs, the bandit signs, call them up. Somebody else might be calling them too, and they may have some deals. So I like to skip the step of being the wholesaler and just right to the product, right to the client. Wholesalers have a hard time selling property. They're not great marketers. They're great at finding sellers, they're very good at finding the deals. Getting rid of the deal is their hard spot, right? As an investor who buys deals, I love it. I love that that's their problem. I have no problem paying a wholesale fee. I just pay 10 grand for a wholesale fee. The contract in between, they put it under agreement. Anybody familiar with wholesaling concept? Yes, yes, yes. I see Kate. Okay. Basically, they put it under agreement for $600,000. We went and paid $610,000 for it. So in between that purchase, they just assigned the contract to us. So we end up paying a $10,000 wholesale fee, which they're very happy to have made because they weren't able to sell it to anybody else. Originally, their wholesale fee was $50,000, which I would have been okay with if Ron was okay with the numbers. But he wasn't cool with the numbers, so we had to bring the seller down. The seller had no more room, and so we just brought the wholesale fee down to the $10,000 because that got us into the deal. CRMs. The CRM is a customer relationship management software. It can text, it can email, it can remind you what to do, and set up little reminders for either mailers or phone calls or texts.
The MailChimp, like first 1,000 free, right?
First 1,000 free on MailChimp. If you're up at 1,000, you've done something wrong with your list. Your list should be dialed in more. You've got to focus in to the point where you know exactly what those properties are. In Fall River, even here, if I'm hunting for 6 families, there's only 606 families in the city, but they're owned by less than 500 guys and gals. And I know that I'm not going to buy any of the 1-bedroom 6 families, so I can just eliminate those. If the 6 family doesn't have 18 bedrooms, move on to the next. Does that make sense? So you can dial your list down even tighter. Just eliminate stuff you know you'll never buy. This way, you get down to that 200, 300 spot. 400 is a lot. So yeah, MailChimp could easily suffice. It could easily handle it. The idea is not to have fake relationships. The idea is build a real relationship. If you did 1 deal a year, it was worth those relationships. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
Right, 1 deal. Ron and I have only done 1 deal this year, but it was 11 units. We only did 1 deal last year, but it was 24 units. All it takes is 1 deal, just do the right size deal. Yeah? I'm not teaching you to buy a whole bunch of stuff in a year. I'm teaching you to buy 1 deal a year. Just make it a deal that's worth it. If you're buying a 3 family this year, fine. If you're buying a 3 family next year, why? Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
Well, the second year, you should be buying the same thing. Step up. Grow up. Buy something bigger. Right? Sell the 3 by 6. Sell the 6 by 12. Or 2 12. 2 6s. Whatever you can upgrade to. Systems, MailChimp, that's definitely the one. So the process for contacting people is 10 days of pain on the phones. 10 days of pain, you go out there and you just pound the phones, make sure you're calling them, getting them aggressively aware of you. If they say no, perfect. You want to run disc, right? With the D side of people, the dominant side, I'll pull up the chart. Why not? We'll go disc then. Back to the game. Yeah, how am I doing for time? We got 14 minutes to get back on track. Strategy, lead gens. Very quickly. All right. So the best strategies for a D are anything that doesn't involve actually being like behind a computer too much. D's are very aggressive. Cold calling is their strength. They do phenomenal cold calling. This is the D side of you will grind it through it no matter what. If you have that aggressive, tenacious, you're about results, money, like that's all that matters. D's can cold call. In this room, I don't see very many D's, except for my boy here. Very good. And Mario. Get him on the phones. When was the last time he called, though? Yeah. He's got more C in him than we give him credit for. Uh-huh. So,
Let's see.
it's entirely possible, right? So D's are very aggressive. Cold calling is it's where they shine. They do the best at it because they're just willing to get through the job. Whatever it takes, they'll grind through it because they know the results are the fastest here. Cheapest, fastest. They'll do mailers. D's will do pretty much everything on the scale except for what the S's are good at, which is farming. They don't do very well with relationships, so sphere doesn't work well for D's. People can tell that they're kind of fake. Like it just feels like, oh man, like you really trying to have a relationship with me, or you just trying to buy my house? So they don't do on the good stuff, like the stuff that S's do very well. But D's are phenomenal at marketing. I's are more in the arena of networking. They do great with sphere. They do great with open houses. They do great at networking events like the RIAs. Those are great opportunities for I's. You got some D in you too, huh, Mel? Yeah, you'll do great on the phones. Perfect. I's have to be influential. They are the social media kings and queens. They do great on social media because they have no problem letting people know what they're up to. So these up here are the best at marketing with people, right? They're very extroverted. They're willing to push out very hard. On the introverted side, the S's are more family oriented. So everybody in the beginning is introverted, right? When it comes to sales, everybody feels a little nervous about all kinds of marketing, no matter what it is. It's just that the D's and I's will pick up the phones, right? They'll get out there, they'll network, they'll pick up the phone, right? They'll set the systems in place. They'll go out and make sure they're meeting enough people, and I's is just like a machine gun effect. Spread it out wide, and we'll see who comes back. D's go out with like nuclear blasts and see who comes back, right? The S is a little more quiet. They're more like a farmer. S is calm, stable. They'll mention if they're in real estate if they see like there's a connection there, and they'll maybe do a mailer. Like that kind of seems unintrusive. I'm not really getting into their world too much. I want to be sensitive to. I don't want to disturb people, right? Mm-hmm. So they're great at doing mailers. They're great at farming, and S will tell you that they've been out prospecting by driving through the neighborhood. All right? Mm-hmm. And S will tell you, I've been driving for dollars, right? And they think that they've prospected because they have. They are looking for somebody with a genuine problem so they can solve the problem. That's how they invest. Right, ladies? Yes? Yeah. You can see them both back there like, yeah, that's how it should be. C's want nothing to do with people whatsoever. So, they are at the best advantage when it comes to online marketing. They build the websites, they build the funnels. A C will spend all day putting all these websites and funnels that connect and layer and bring you through so that they can get you into their email campaigns, so that they can never talk to you, but have the machine talk to you somehow. And eventually, C's end up with a ton of leads coming through that they then don't know what to do with because they don't want to actually do the part that interacts with the other people. Does this make sense? Mm-hmm. So for our C's who are system builders, yes, online marketing is your space. The collection of leads. Mailers can be great for C's. The problem C's have with it is when the calls come through, like who's going to take that, right? Because not interested, right? C's are very much reserved. They like to be by themselves. In real estate, the irony is that there's so many of them. There's so many C's. These are the ones who have the worst problems with tenants. You'll hear them complain about tenants because they don't like people in general. So that's why C's are just, but they're prevalent because they know the numbers, right? That's the issue. They're very intelligent people, super intelligent people, but they don't like people. And so it creates a conflict because they realize in order to make money, you've got to service people, but they're not very good at communicating with people, whereas the I's and S's can win anybody over. A fun way or a caring way. I's and S's are the best salespeople on the planet. If you're up in this moment identifying that you don't like all of these lead gen systems, congratulations. They're not all meant for you. Every guru out there says you gotta do all these elements. No, you don't. Do the one most natural, just pick one. And then in the room, network with people who do their one. And find a full group of people who are willing to do each person's one thing very well. And if you have an I or an S in the room or on your team in your location, let them go on the appointments. They're probably a real estate agent anyway. Where my I's and S's at? Uh-huh. Yes, I both. Yeah. Where are my real estate agents at? It naturally attracts I's and NDs. It naturally attracts business mind, extroverted, people-focused people. Investment attracts this side of the spectrum. Results, tasks, let's get it done. So in a lot of my trainings, I find my room is full of C's with a blend of everything else. But generally, if you're here learning and you're enjoying the education, there's C aspect inside you. The cautious side, the little nervous, let's double check things side, right? Perfect. We know that about you. We know that we're probably going to have to be careful with some of the aspects as we're going through this. Just know that the cautious side is causing issues. But for the most part in this room, I see a lot more on this side. There just seems to be a lot more in this room right now. Although, Emily, what we see? S? 100%. Got it. My business partner is CS. Like, all the way. 99 on both. So if you look at him, he's actually dressed like an S right now. That's kind of a C, and it's an S. C's don't wear the jeans. C's won't wear the jeans, but yeah, he's S. He's S today. He's in service mode. He's helping everybody out. If anybody needs something, he's got it. You're the man. Look at you, Ron. Guys, give Ron a round of applause. Yeah. We love that guy. Thank you. He lets us learn and make money. Jordan, what's up, brother? All right. This was helpful so far?
Yeah.
Yes. We'll get more into DISC tomorrow. DISC is a huge part of this business because once you realize that you know how to get the deal, it's now a matter of negotiating the deal, closing the deal. The system, who here knows that of the things I said, there's one that really sticks out to you that seemed like it wouldn't be too hard? Have you figured it out yet? What one lead gen system seems like it wouldn't be too hard for you? Okay.
Using wholesale.
Yeah, that's yours.
Yeah.
A C,
Why not?
a C would probably agree, right? A D would agree. An I or an S is like, yeah, it works for all of it, right? Training the wholesalers to do it for you is perfect. Most wholesalers are C personalities, C or D. They're out there hustling, they're looking to work for you, looking to do all the work. They just need a system that works. They just need to know what they're supposed to do. So for C's, I typically, when I'm trying to find somebody to do a lot of marketing for me, I first disc profile them. I see where they land on the disc, and if I find that they're an I, they're out there at networking events with me. Andrew, I bring to my networking events because it makes a ton of sense, right? If I find that they're a D, they're going to be running a cold calling team. Who has met Randy Pina? Yes? Is he not a D? DI, right? Works perfectly well, running, perfectly happy in charge. In fact, Amy might be DI as well. Because she goes back and forth. She's still got some split personalities we're working to figure out. These S's do phenomenal with taking the calls, right? So if you find somebody who's really good at building a marketing strategy, but you love talking to people, let them build it, you take the calls, book the appointments, right? Send another agent out to do negotiation of deals, but this is the system that matters. It's so simple, Find other people to work with you, pay them, right? Don't pay them hourly, because that's a sucker's game. Never pay hourly in this business until you're so rich that it actually makes sense. Right? When you're making so much money off of the transactions, they're consistent, they're stable, then hourly makes sense. But hourly is a trap for you as the entrepreneur. And it's a trap for them as the wholesaler. So you're going to want to make sure that you're training them in whatever aspects you think you would respond to best. I strongly suggest cold calling. Getting people on the dialer is the simplest, cheapest, fastest way to get results. Getting people to build an email marketing campaign is super simple. Having them reconnect and reconfigure and just telling them, look, you're going to be a part of my deal when it closes, they're perfectly content with it. Even if it's as small as a $500 fee, right? When we close something, you're getting $500. These are little conversations. Who here would take $500 for setting up a couple emails? Even everyone in the room says yes, right? Who here will set those emails up themselves if they're not told to? Exactly. You would do it? And get it done, Charisse.
I'm doing it.
Write it down. All right.
I already put my name next to it. It's mine.
Perfect. Yeah, it's
I'm
definitely
casting it out.
yours. Perfect.
And then into social media and networking.
Exactly.
Do them all.
Somebody has to be doing it for you. Later, Larry. Somebody has to be doing it for you.
Bye, everybody.
Later,
Bye,
bye.
everybody.
Email's 12-month campaign. You have a 12-month campaign no matter what. If you're looking for sellers, there are events that you can invite sellers to. In those emails, you can bring them to seller events, something like the landlording events, where they're going to learn how to landlord better, save some money, invest more intelligently, get better tenants, clean their tenants out. So those are things you can actually combine the emailing and bring them to a live event where they're going to fall in love with you and say, yes, sell my house for me. Right? Ultimately, that's the goal. It takes a little while to get there, but the more often you do it, the more ways you're reaching out, the better. The mailers, quick results, make sure you have a number that people are able to call you back and get it done. As I'm talking, please pick one. Just pick one. All right? So just take about 30 seconds from the things I've said and identify one lead gen system. Does anybody not know what it is now? You got yours?
Oh, yeah.
What is it, networking?
Yeah, network and wholesaling. The wholesaler train them.
Building wholesalers, training them, perfect. And you should be training them on cold calling. It makes sense. Yes? Everybody has their lead gen that they're very good at. Perfect. Excellent. I love this. You guys are very good. We're catching up on time. What strategy appeals to you? Write down 3. Yes, that was the exercise. So what strategy appeals to you? Write down 3 strategies that you know are going to work for you. I will list them again. Things that are natural to you. Natural. Mailers, cold calling, networking, email marketing, social media marketing, sphere, calling your friends and family, wholesale teams, websites, text message blasts, and RVM. RVM is ringless voicemail drops, which is basically you just send out a pre-recorded voicemail. It drops into their phone, and then they listen to it, and they either call you back or they don't. It's cool. And it's not that expensive. It's like 10 cents a call. Everybody has their 3? Who wrote down all of them?
Oh my God.
Alright. Please, if you wrote down all of them, circle your 3.
Follow directions.
Yup. I love it. Follow directions. Circle your 3.
3.
Excellent. So now we're going to split up the room. So we're actually going to stand up. We're going to move all the chairs over to that side of the room. We're going to move all the chairs to that side of the room. And then we're going to start identifying our cities, our states. I know, look at this. You got move stuff. Come on, work.
Wait for the turn on the edge, you said?
Yeah. All right. Catching up, catching up. That works. Yeah, there you go. Nice. Floor is open. Great job, everyone. For this exercise, we're gonna split the room up. It's gonna be a lot of fun. Everybody go into the center here. So you're in the center. Yep. Great job. Now, if you are Massachusetts, you go to the back of the room. If you're Rhode Island, you stay over here with me. Yeah. All right. So we've got Massachusetts. Oh, Massachusetts is all on that side of the room. Excellent. This makes it a lot easier. Now, if you are South Coast, which is Bristol County, you can go to this corner. It's Fall River, New Bedford, Taunton, North Attleboro, yes. If you're South Shore, come here. South Shore, this is Brockton and north towards Boston. Don't worry, I'm not staying over here with you either. I'm going this way. Excellent.
Only one here.
It's okay, you're Brockton,
I'm
right?
Boston.
Come on, you don't know.
Where are you?
Jen?
Where am I is where I'm my target city?
Yes.
Rhode Island.
Rhode Island? Oh, you're over here.
One fly.
Okay. So now you are looking around and you're starting to see that in this room there's a high propensity to be on the South Coast. Yes? We have a little bit of South Shore and we have a little bit of Rhode Island. For the South Coast, you guys have a great opportunity to split up a little further. Do we have Fall River and New Bedford present? If you're New Bedford, come here. If you're Fall River, go there. If you're something else, in the middle. What are your cities? Taunton, Attleboro. Perfect. So now looking around the room, we can actually see who could realistically send us leads. Does this make sense?
Yes.
Now, Fall River. My people! Fall River in the back of the room right here. Hi, the fives. Love you guys. Love you guys. Send me some deals. Let's do it. Yo. All right. Buying some multifamilies. I'm in it. Yo. Ready to do it. Okay. Now, Brockton, don't you worry.
Yeah, I'm worried.
Don't you worry. Brockton, Taunton, North Attleboro. What city in Rhode Island? Woonsocket.
Oh, my son lives there.
Well,
Oh,
I got 200 units in Woonsocket for you.
Oh, you do?
If you're interested in investing, all off market.
Okay.
Across from Layla.
Someone could gotta know. That's true. Okay. So now that we've got everybody together, you have a lead gen system that's good for you, right?
Mhm.
Please share that lead gen system with the people next to you. For all of my outsiders, come over here. You guys are gonna work with me on this one. We're gonna share our lead gen system. So we're gonna go in a circle. Starting with Mario, go in a circle and go towards the right. Mario, say your top, your favorite lead gen, and then keep going around the room. Make sense?
Mine's
Excellent.
networking.
What was yours?
Okay.
Perfect. Excellent. Glad to hear it.
Cold calling, like calling these things.
Perfect.
Just trying to like, you know.
So building a team of wholesalers would be
Yeah,
yeah.
I circle both. They're the same thing. So networking.
I mean,
Wrong.
But I think
I'm gonna use the
building
wholesalers to
wholesale
cold calls for me.
really good.
yeah.
Perfect. Excellent. Good, because we don't have any developments in here for you guys. So we've got a build team. They're getting away with
I'll be using the wholesaling team.
The whole team right there. We'll work. I've got a guy in Taunton, you know, great wholesale.
What's your favorite, most comfortable?
That's all he is. He's been in my training for a while. He's committed to just Taunton. He'll work with you on that one. North Attleboro. Yes.
Yes.
Pick one. Network.
Yes.
Wholesaling teams.
No, I did that
Yes.
now. Social.
So there's an event that we do in Rhode Island
That know
on
exactly
the
what
third Thursday of every month.
I teach my
It's set up by Rhode Island Real Estate Festival.
Is that Crown Plaza?
Yes. So close to North Attleboro, right?
I know exactly where it
So
is.
you go to that event?
Now I will.
Start going to that event so you can build a wholesale team there. There's a whole bunch of guys in the room that wholesale only in those areas. So you just let them know, hey, I'm North Attleboro. For you, it'll be a little tougher there. You may also want to go to the Middleborough group. How far is Middleborough from North Attleboro?
Well, I live in Bridgewater, so Middleborough's great for me.
But I mean, if
But
you're
also
comfortable, which would be
again,
comfortable.
the person I want to be working with lives right across from Crown Plaza.
a big
Oh,
market
perfect.
on
So
there
you'll hit both.
for
Mario hits both anyway.
Well, I hear him
Yeah.
talk about that.
So that's a great one to go to. Bill Roberts runs it. That's gonna help you build the team.
I'm in with a lot of
Networking.
real estate and stuff like that.
So you're gonna again build
I
a
see a
team.
lot, yeah.
We're gonna talk a lot about that tomorrow, how to work with your team, identify their skill set,
Second probably
what
would be
things they should be working
networking.
on.
I just let everybody
These are
know
higher level
that
ways of building and generating leads, way faster.
I just let
Way
them know
faster than you
because
just
I've
jumping on
never
calls
been
yourself.
able to just
Because
let
who's
them
doing the
know.
emails, who's doing the text, who's doing the phone call, the
And
mailers,
I do
who's
that
doing
with
all these other elements.
everybody. We
Exactly.
do a lot of networking.
Now,
with
you'll
networking
find
groups,
that working with the right
Chamber of
investors, they'll
Commerce,
spend
CNIs,
hundreds of thousands of dollars on mailers for you.
Not just
They
real
just don't want to
estate
ever go on the
people,
appointments.
but in general,
So,
people who are out there.
It's about building those teams.
In groups.
All the other
Online marketing.
And
Yeah.
so we got a professional house, alright. Jen,
7 attorneys.
Yeah.
Online networking groups with people like Baker.
Oh,
Yes.
excellent. C's hate physical contact. You wanna make a scene uncomfortable? You feel it too, right?
Whatever it is.
Sorry, bro. When I came over here, he's like, "Do you have to have
all these?
the hand on my shoulder?"
Yeah, no problem.
When we get to an event like this,
Well,
the
the thing about
C's
networking
stay in the
groups
back
is
of the room. They sit in the back, they're happy, they're comfortable back there. It's like, pull them forward.
If you had a dentist and someone uses a dentist, who's want to refer your dentist in your group.
You have an SE too. That's CS.
So they're,
So you're a little more, you're more like Ron.
free.
A little more, you can like, there you go. So yeah, you're gonna do great at online marketing. The problem is you just need somebody else to go and do all the work for
There you
you.
go.
Andrew is a licensed real estate agent. You send him a lead, he will go hunt.
What's your
Well,
Okay.
favorite?
Next one.
So my other one would be,
Matt Taylor is licensed, okay, stay.
Stay with that, okay.
Matt Taylor is
I'd
licensed,
say
where
sphere of
you
influence.
generate the leads.
I'd
for
say,
everyone they from
this
call.
probably has to do with like the
I'm about to
follow-up
try to
thing,
value
when I
the
show
deal.
follow-up.
Deal
I'm
send
good at
your offer.
networking, I know a
He's
lot
gonna
of
go
people
and
now
put it
because
in
of,
for you.
my
Yeah.
social media
That's
stuff
it.
and going out there networking.
C's have
But I should
easiest.
spend more time
Because they know how to generate all the
cultivating
leads,
that
and
sphere.
all they need is a solid agent out there to go
Okay,
handle
my
it.
good.
Well, no, I mean, I don't like going out to lunch with people.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah,
like actually
going
going out and
and
talking to
talking to
people
people
I
I
know,
know,
like,
yeah.
with people I know, you know, and like making deals.
He doesn't
with
Yeah.
have
them.
all the
Rather than just
Well,
getting
that's what I'm saying, that's
Great
great coffee.
Yeah.
because I just was
Right.
I
like,
take down
paying
whenever I
someone
meet
else's
somebody, I'll
social
take down
media.
2 things they like.
When it's for you buying your own house on market, absolutely.
Like the
When it
guy-
comes to negotiating with the seller and getting in,
When I set up the appointment,
exactly.
his 2 kids.
There has to be somebody trained knows how to hustle.
He met with 2 boys.
You could learn it, because I grew up in a C, very high C. I just adjusted to be a 90
Those kind of
because
shit.
that was what success required.
Yeah, yeah.
So
To just
deep
pay
down, like,
attention to
I
the-
get my low time, I'm like,
I'm
don't
an
enjoy
introvert.
it. You're not an
I'm
introvert.
totally my
Please.
second one would be
You're
on the
dressed
side.
like an
Really?
eye, you're bouncing like an eye, you're an
I'm totally
eye.
introverted though, like,
We all have that side. Good.
so my whole thing is just thinking about my schedule, what I have going on, what I want to accomplish.
Mailers.
Like, it's
My
totally, I
second
need to build
networking.
the team so they go out and do it. And I
That's the way you get around it.
never put that together.
It's a requirement, you can't do it all yourself. The point is to generate income, not to work. Right?
Last one.
How we doing over there, Fall River?
Oh, fantastic.
You guys go through the whole group?
Yeah, twice.
Nice.
All
Alright, grab your chairs.
We're doing it 3. Oh, we're done. Okay.
Grab your chairs, bring it back.
Same spot?
Yep. Well, you can mix your spots up. I love that concept. Find your spots. Yep. Bring it back. Make it look good. Excellent, excellent, excellent,
Yeah,
excellent.
it should have been 5, right? Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh,
I don't know what we're doing. I'm just sitting. Okay, this one.
Perfect. So that is how to identify people who will work for you. What did we discover? So I was already with Taunton, Brockton, North Attleboro, and
Wow,
Brockton. Woonsocket. Woonsocket, that's right, Jen. Woonsocket.
Socket's right over the line,
Right over the line. Yep. So I was hanging out with that group, so I already know what their strengths are. I want to hear about Fall River. What did you guys come up with for your strengths? Go ahead.
Well, the thing I took away was that everything I don't like doing, somebody else in the group does, so now it's JV time.
Yeah.
Because I'm just gonna work, I'd rather have a piece each, and we all make money, than me me trying to do that bullshit where I
There
can't,
you go.
that I don't like. Cause you know, you have different levels of different things, and you end up saying, oh, I wanna do it today, something I don't like, instead of passing it off.
We built a team today in Fall River.
Hell yeah.
We built a team that's willing to work with each other and share lists and share responsibilities today. Share somebody else goes on the appointments. We all agree Andrew can go on all the appointments. I'm fine with it. Listen, I will go on the appointments today. If you guys book an appointment, when this team books an appointment, I will go on the appointment with Andrew. Until I'm confident that he's better than I am.
Does JV mean joint venture?
Joint venture.
No.
Okay.
Be nice, Mario. Don't be judgy. So excellent. Accountability is going to be key to the Fall River team. For you guys and gals who came together and said, yes, we're going to work together in Fall River, we're going to push, I'm going to do emailing, I'm going to do texting, I'm going to do phone calls, I'm going to do social media, I'm going to do the sphere, I'm going to go out and do the, what else do I got on the list there?
Wholesale.
Networking, does it?
What? Oh, I was just reading the list. Websites. Wholesale.
Websites, yes, sphere. For those pieces, everybody has a spot. Allow them to get very good at that spot. If there's websites in there, just allow everybody to be very good at what they do. And just allow the funnel to fill itself, right? Just know, hey, yeah, we're touching the same person different ways, right? Touch the same person different ways. One of these pops off, perfect. We'll work on it together. Does this make sense? If it can be tracked back to you, if you were the one that closed the deal, all the better. There is a commission structure that can be put together to make this work for you guys. If you are the buyer, if you're looking to buy personally, then easy. You just let everybody know what you're looking to buy, and then you can go in halves. If they have the funding, if they help each other with the funding, there's a way to structure every single deal that comes through. It's all in goals, where you're looking to go. We know that the McMurrays are looking to pick up 30 units. Mario, what are you looking to pick up?
44 units of multis and 10 every quarter of 2 to 4 families.
Okay.
I mean 1 to 4 families.
1 to 4 families. Perfect. We're going to dial that in a little more, because 1 to 4 is kind of a big gap. It's a big spread.
Well, there's reasons. 3
Okay.
wholesales, 4 fix and flips, and then 3 portfolio
Very good.
per every quarter.
The team will hold you accountable to that, yes? Excellent. Fall River is a strong group right now. All you have to do is hold each other accountable. On the Saturday trainings, come in and say, hey, this is what we did this week. After the training, use the office. Use this office for yourselves to have your own little mastermind afterward and say, hey, this is what I've been up to. For everybody else who's going to be a team leader in their market, come in and do the same. On Saturdays, come in, we hit the training, and then afterwards, you mastermind together and see how you're building in your markets, in Taunton, in Brockton, in North Attleboro, and in Woonsocket. Have that conversation of how you're building and making sure that it's working well, right? You have to identify a team leader. Fall River, at some point, you all need to have that conversation. Whoever is most committed to the cause, whoever is best at making sure everybody's involved. I would say that Marcia is going to be good at accountability, but Mario or Amy will probably be very good at making sure everybody stays on track. In fact, I'm already suggesting Amy because Mario's got better things to do. I already see it in your eyes. Yep, I get you. Mario will make sure everybody feels amped up, but Amy will make sure that everybody stays on track. Marcia will keep track of things systems-wise. She's a little more logistically got more time on her hands for those sort of things. She loves
Organized.
Organized, yes. And Amy will make sure she has an amazing system that is organized. Because that's how Amy operates. Excellent. What we're gonna watch, other cities, by the way, other cities, this is for you guys, what we're gonna watch is what the Fall River team does. And then we're gonna copy it. So that they figure out all the mistakes, and then we copy what they're doing when it works.
Tribal.
Taunton, are we
And then we'll
down?
learn from you guys when you do it better, and then
Please.
Oh, that are we good?
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
They'll always be behind.
So at first, it seemed like, oh man, like we don't have our own team here right now. Cool, we'll put Fall River to work. Fall River can work out the kinks, figure it all out for us, and then we'll build the other cities. Fall River, you okay with being the test guinea pigs?
Oh yeah, definitely.
The beta test?
That means we're getting the properties first. So.
You're getting the deals first. Exactly.
And we're closing.
And you're closing.
We're not just getting them, closing.
So to Woonsocket, to Taunton, to North Attleboro and Brockton, I gotta say, we've gotta learn quick because your cities need your help too. Right? As real estate investors, we change cities. We make places better. We give people better housing. We create more jobs. We create opportunities for people to come in and live in a city and live a better life by clean, quality, safe, good, fun housing. Without you operating, these cities won't grow. Right? I'm thankful to have such a great presence in Fall River today because it's my city too. Which means property values probably just went up. Nobody even knows. So give yourselves a round of applause. Great job, guys. Great exercise. Let me pause this down.